Feeling sad. Of course my caregivers feel sad. There's many factors to feel sad about. There's so many things. Maybe end of life makes you feel sad. Maybe the person's situation makes you feel sad. Maybe their disability or their incapabilities makes you feel sad. Maybe your whole situation as being a caregiver makes you feel sad. Maybe your resources aren't enough. Maybe you don't feel like you're enough. All these factors can make you feel sad. And when you're in a sad state all the time, that's where it leads to depression, leads to anxiety, and I don't even want to talk about what else that leads to if you don't get help with it and deal with it. So sadness is huge for caregivers and is very stressful because when we're in a state of sadness all the time, we're not motivated to go get help. We're not motivated to go feel better. Sometimes we're just always in this sad state. And so it's really your motivation, your desire to get out of that sad state, and really working with somebody who is capable of pulling you out of that sad state if you want to get out of it, when you're ready to get out of it. Can't be on anyone else's terms but your own. And another sign, which there's more signs, but I can go on and on about this. And by the way, all these signs apply to anyone that's feeling burnout anyway. So it doesn't matter if you're a caregiver or a healthcare worker or just a average person at home or whatever that may be, your personal life feeling burnout, relationship burnout, all of these apply. You have frequent headaches, body pain, or other physical problems, and stress does that to you. It messes you up. Lots of people who have stress have migraines or headaches, and they just think, oh, I'll just pop a pill and it'll go away. But it doesn't go away. It just suppresses the symptom, and the symptom is more likely to come back. And that's because you didn't deal with the root cause of the headache or migraine. And so when you're feeling stressed all the time, imagine what that's doing in your head. I'm sure it's like pulsating, it's vibrating, it's heavy, it's cloudy, it's foggy. That can certainly cause headaches or migraines. So don't pop a pill if you can help it. Find somebody to really get finally past a headache and a migraine so it doesn't debilitate you and take you away from life. It's not normal. It's not normal. And I don't want to promote products all the time, but there are some essential oils out there that you can use to help aid that rather than using medicine. And so look for an essential oil. There's some certain spots that you put it on, like your temples, behind your ear, on your cranium, behind your neck, and it really soothes your headache if you're having one. I opt for that option over anything else because it's natural and it helps aid you through it, but the deeper work is in your mind. Body pains, again, same thing. Maybe you're feeling muscle tension, body aches, body pains. Not really normal for us to have these all the time. If you're feeling like this all the time, really find some aid, some therapy to get you through this. Maybe it takes different disciplines. Maybe you need to go to a physio, then a massage, maybe a naturopath. Maybe, you do your own routines for exercise. Maybe that also requires exercising your mind. Just remember that your mind is connected to your body and it sends the signals to our body. So if it's not feeling good, your body will express that. And then, of course, any other physical problem. Like, there's so many out there. Lots of people are having a lot of physical problems these days, and they think it's genetics or they think it's their predisposition to be this way or whatever the reason may be. But sometimes it's just really related to stress. And that's what I figured out when I was in burnout. I was like, oh man, why is all this happening? Blood circulation issues, no blood circulating issues, heat issues. Go on and on. I did a test, saw my stress levels were through the roof. My cortisol levels were extremely high. And that really woke me up, made my eyes open, was like, okay, I need to do something about this stress. It's ruining my life. it's taking away from my quality of life, my enjoyment in life, my whole life. And I was just living life through life. Like, why do that when you can actually really feel it? Why just move through the motions? And so a lot of caregivers feel this way. They have all these pains and stuff because they aren't taking care of themselves. They're so busy taking care of other people that they tend to neglect themselves. And that's why I do the videos that I do about self-care. And I need to do more because we need to explore more methods of self-care, more options available to people on a long-term, short-term level. Because all of these signs of stress really can compound and make some really bigger issues out there. So really be mindful. I guess what I want to say at the end of this is caregivers are giving so much of themselves. They dedicate so much of their time, their love, their knowledge, their wisdom, their whole being, mind and body. And it's about how you also treat yourself as well, care for yourself. There's so many resources out there that can help make it easier for you. I have a fellow colleague who has a great caregiver app that helps you input all the information into that app. So then if anybody were to come and take over or relieve you or needs to know something or there's an emergency, everything is there. Like, it's all cataloged. Like, it makes things so much easier. It takes the load off you. Like, there's just so many resources out there that I just want to bring some awareness. I just want to bring it forward that caregivers do deal with a lot of things that maybe we don't all notice because we're not in that role. But they definitely need like a round of applause and some recognition because it's not easy and support is out there. And I encourage support in any which way, shape, or form that you need it in. Great friend, a therapist, an app that can help you keep organized, some external resources like respite or a personal support worker, whatever it may be, maybe grocery delivery or preparation. Like, there's ways that we can take that stress off us, that we can overcome stress. And it is a deeper mental level to break that loop of stress. And I just want to emphasize that because there's no other way to do it but in your subconscious mind. Yes, you can do some workbooks, you can do some readings, you can do all these things to perhaps reach a goal of overcoming stress, but you might be motivated for a couple days, but then you'll notice you're just going to go right back to your old habits. And it is habits that we've developed and ingrained in ourselves from a really young age. Maybe we don't realize that now. Maybe it's not that obvious, but it is something we've learned and adapted in our life for this whole time. So when you notice all those habits and behavioral traits and attitudes just don't serve you anymore, just are doing you no good, causing all of these symptoms and giving you all these signs that you're stressed out and you're burnt out or on the verge of burnout, it's really important to start getting some help. Find a mentor, a friend, a therapist, somebody who can give you support, give you some guidance in overcoming and getting a grip on your stress. And don't get me wrong, guys, there is a healthy level of stress. Stress does motivate us to reach different and higher levels, but that's not the kind of stress we're talking about here. We're talking about that chronic, pulsating, constant, frequent pressure type stress that we all know exists. So to all the caregivers out there, we have your back. I have your back. I love to be an advocate as much as I can to people who are so selfless in this world and really do great things and put themselves out there for other people, but maybe just also require some support for their own selves, for their well-being, for their health. And really know that, I'm going to reiterate it, you can't take care of others until you take care of yourself. So it's time to take care of yourself if you're feeling these ways. So I hope you're able to get some value out of that today. I'll see you soon.